We've been walking around this section for about bloody half an hour at least. Backtracked, found ribbons, lots of leads that go nowhere, bloody jungle everywhere, but I'm hoping this is the track. And it's the best looking thing that might look like a track that we've seen. Here comes Wayne, cross country. What do you reckon?
That's not the track going down the creek, is it?
I reckon this is a track. We need more ribbons. It's some nice weather at the moment. Been a landslide here. Very pretty. Take a look at this here. Very nice. That's the way we're heading. An obstacle course here. Trees fallen down recently. It's not necessarily easy. I'm waiting to get Wayne falling over on video. No, I reckon he's kept his feet. Yeah, he's pretty much through. Trees down here. Long way up. Very pretty little walk through here. Got quite a few trees falling down, quite big ones. Take a bit of crossing. A little creek crossing here, it's a bit slippery. You have to be careful. I went under that log and it was, I think it's not deep water, but it'll be deep enough as it's going. Just a little creek running into the Huon, so we're only 30-40 metres from the Huon River. Take a look at the water coming down the Huon. Wasn't like that last night. That's fairly hooking along. I couldn't get to the spot I was at last night where I got water. That's all under at the moment, so I found another spot down. So I'll just fill up my water here. Across the creek after heavy rain. Took us a while to find a spot. I got over that fall then. Just hopefully Wayne can make it. Hold your breath. It's halfway. Raging torrent flow, as you can see. That would sweep you right down into the Huon River, which is absolutely raging today. It's up to the After crossing the creek, we've got to go through jungle to find our way back to the track. I'm noticing the GPS tracker is just a little bit offline at the moment, which is making it hard to find, so hopefully it's just through all there. Just bash our way through. Getting exhausting. Trying to get through here, the pack gets hooked up on logs and sticks, and I end up just crawling on my hands and knees. So this is what the truck's like, and what's ahead. Oh, lovely. Well, here it is, Tuesday morning. Had our sleep, had our breakfast. Bit of porridge for breakfast this morning. It's not raining at the moment, which is good. But the only problem is all these clothes here. I've got to put them on shortly. They are saturated. They got wetter overnight just with the air sucking it all in, but we didn't want them in the tent making things wet. Not going to get my dry clothes wet, so I'll be putting them back on. So yeah, looking like it. We'll probably get a few showers today, and we're heading that way. One of the numerous obstacles we have every few minutes along the way.
There's a log up top here, I'll go up and sit on that.
Righto. Years ago, this would have been kept cleared for hikers. Now they spend all their money on tourist places like the Three Capes Walk. So I guess we're not counted as tourists. You're supposed to cross this river here. It's not very possible to me.
Yep, a square.
It's going, but
Yep.
I'm not.
Keep pushing. Stay upright. You fall over.
I think I'll go this way. Okay, the river's dropped enough for us to get across. Bloody strong flow of water though, as you can see. I'm puffing a bit after just getting over that bit, and it shouldn't be too bad after that. Another deep bit other side. Little rocks in the middle there. Well, the water level dropped a little bit more last night, maybe 100 mil, which is helping. As you can see the speed of that water flowing. Just got to take your time, lean on the poles. A lot of weight on the poles so you don't fall over backwards. You see technique required. Plus you've got your backpack swinging around on the back, and there's a lot of slippery loose rocks on the bottom. You need to not roll a foot off of any of them. So he's got through the deeper part. When we got here the other night, there's no way we could have crossed. It would have been up to our waist, and it would have just swept you away. So sometimes you just got to sit it out. How was that?
I got wet feet.
I have too, but they're warmed up already. My body's warmed the water up, so we'll be right. We'll just hike with that water in our boots for a few hours. It'll dry out, hopefully. Only the last bit to go. This is some of the track we have to deal with. There's even worse stuff than this. You belt your way through, and that's the track heading that way. If you can see the track, please tell me so I know where to go. Yep, we're going.
And he disappears into the darkness. Coming out the other side now. No, gone.
That open area is Goon Moor. In the middle of the picture up in those clouds is where our tent is set up for tonight. We have come from that way today, past all those peaks, over and under, and some pretty steep climbs. And distance looking to the south, whoa, falling over here. Tomorrow we head up this track, up over that ridge, and away we go. Down below we have Lake Cracroft. That's the direction we've come from today, along that ridge, across those mountains. Back there is the Western Arthurs. Tidy having a rest. We're heading that way. If you look around here, you can see Federation Peak in the distance. We're heading for that direction. Should be camping a few hundred metres below that tonight. I've been walking, climbing, using the ropes all day, and suddenly the clouds cleared and there's Federation Peak. Almost throw a stone to it. Yeah, pretty cold day. We're wet. I've got wet feet, cold hands, cold feet. Actually, come to bloody think of it, I'm cold all over. Been like that all day, I think. Now the clouds suddenly come back in. Can't see a damn thing. Federation Peak just disappeared. Well, a little story here. Wayne and I are just trying to get snuggled up in this tent. The problem is, we were in here last night, gone to all the trouble packing up, getting our wet clothes back on, and probably had cold feet and cold hands, no feeling before we even left camp. Finally got away. Tried to finish packing while it wasn't raining, but there wasn't much luck there. Headed off, heading for the southern traverse of Federation Peak. We didn't get very far and the weather seemed to turn worse. Anyway, we kept going for a bit of a look to see where the track went and got up to the base of Federation Peak, and it was just horrific. We were getting blown from all directions, freezing cold, we're getting colder, water running down the tracks, and it was too dangerous to go on. So we turned around, come back, and spent 2 hours setting the tent up and trying to get dry clothes on. I think, Wayne, how you going there? You
Cold.
I'm just about back. I've got all my feeling back except for my toes now, so I'm going well, and I'm having a nice bite to eat here. I'll turn this around. Bit of tuna I just had, and now cheese and biscuits, and probably won't watch telly today. Well, we're here somewhere near Federation Peak. Can't see it in the fog at the moment. We're near the base of it. Gonna be a rough day getting through here. Yeah, trying to find our way through here. Just come down all that shit there. That's a 600 metre drop down to the Lake Jeeves on one side and God knows what on this other side. Can't see very well, it's bloody cold. Shivering a bit. And Wayne's just checking out ahead there a bit. See if we can work out our way through. Got to get across all that rocky, slabby stuff to get to the base of the peak. Wayne's just there now. We've got the rope out. When we found the track head, I was just fixing up a can. It'll make it easier for other people. Very slow progress, we just got to take our time. It drops down forever. And the other side of that ridge is probably 600 metres down to the lake. Straight down. Dotty's working his way down. Very important to take your time and get good foothold or a handhold. Just come from up there. Can't see the lake down the bottom, it's too foggy. We're heading up that way. Okay, we've come from that direction, where Wayne is, across all that stuff. Got Federation Peak behind me and the beautiful Jeeves Lake below. In the far distance you can see Port Davey and the ocean. Use your imagination a bit. We're just about below cloud level now, and that's the way we headed there, actually down there. That is Federation Peak. Actually took a wrong turn there and we climbed a fair way up with packs on. My God. One way to waste an hour and a half. Okay, I think it's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. We're on the Bechervaise Plateau. Bechervaise Plateau, that's where we camped last night. And there was no wind to speak of, but it did still manage to rain most of the night and a couple of light showers this morning. Well, look up there. We climbed down there last night. Set up our tent, and man, that was 80, has to be 80 degrees, maybe more in places. You can probably hear a helicopter, maybe a rescue going on. We're a bit concerned about a woman up here we saw yesterday. So not sure, perhaps he's alright. We're heading that way to the lower Bechervaise Peninsula and try and plateau, and then try and get off this mountain today. Wayne's just going over there to see if you can see the helicopter over the edge. Okay, continuation of the rescue. I spent some time walking the woman up to the helicopter and getting her strapped in. I believe Hamish has stayed there. I think I can still see the tent. The helicopter's taken off, as you can see. It's hovering. I think it will come this way. Yes, here it comes. On its way to hospital. So they've obviously set off their emergency beacon. The helicopter knew exactly where to go to find them. And it's going over the Eastern Arthurs there, where we've come through. And off they go. Oh, he's coming back this way. He's making altitude. Correction on the direction of the chopper, it didn't go over Pass Creek. He's come around towards the west and made altitude, and now heading that way to Hobart, but he's not moving real fast, in my opinion. But maybe bloody strong winds up there, who knows? Hello, little fella. You hungry, are you? Hello. Hello. Well, that wasn't too bad because he managed to pull his boot out. Sometimes we get stuck. Nice. There's another step to your left, and there's a handhold right under your left knee. On your left knee, there's a handhold. You're nearly there. You come round to the right. There's a handhold over there. Yep, you're right. So even where these slopes much easier to handle, it's still a hell of a battle getting through the rainforest with trees, roots, logs, bog. As you can see how long it's taken for Wayne to just come a few metres here. He's probably no more than 7 or 8 metres from me. But as you can see, this is what it's been like for hours. And it's just about here. Well, here we are at Cutting Camp. We just slept the night. It's about 7:30, still fairly dark in the forest. There's the campsite we forest floor was nice and soft to sleep on compared to the hard tent platforms. Bodies in the middle of breakfast. Even hung a couple of things up this morning they might destroy a little bit before I put them on. And down here is Cherry Creek, which we crossed last night. Obviously no issue at all to cross that. We could wade across, but we kept our boots dry. Nice little bubbling brook. And that's the way we'll be heading today. This is what we have to contend with a lot. Just bog to walk through. Nearly up to his knees back there. What are you doing? Making mud pies or something? There we go. Oh, that's beautifully done for the camera. This is what the rainforest's like with the tracks in the rainforest. Totally unmaintained. So we had most of yesterday was like this, and today it'll only be hopefully less than half of it.
If dingoes are 4 toes and thylacines are 5 toes, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Yeah.
We found some interesting tracks here. Very interesting. We've got some better shots further back where we get all the claws of the footprint. And it's come through the bog here, and you can actually count every claw on some of the footprints. So we'll be doing some research on this later. Very interesting. Another one of the Mammy Creek crossings. This is a very easy one. Not much chance to get swept away on this one. But you have to be careful, everything is slippery. Even the trees and logs you hang onto are slimy, slippery. Creek, about half the way out on my last day, started at South Bay Top River this morning. I actually got up about 4 o'clock because it was some rain, so I had to come back and get We had plenty of these fellas eating us on the trip.